Baik, selamat siang Bapak Ibu hadirin sekalian, masih dalam acara Lintas Teknologi Solution Day 6 Edition. Boleh tepuk tangan dulu untuk Anda yang masih berada di sini. Terima kasih untuk kebersamaan kita dari pagi hingga siang hari ini. Dan selamat datang di sesi teknologi Conference Smart Society 5.0 for Indonesia. Bapak Ibu sekalian, bagaimana makan siangnya? Mantap, Ibu udah berapa piring Bu? Oh 2, banyak ya Bu. Baik Bapak Ibu hadirin sekalian, Dora punya pantun lagi, boleh tolong dijawab dengan cakep ya, semoga jadi gak ngantuk gitu. Oke, sakit perut jangan ditahan, karena banyak makan bakmi. Gitu tadi menunya bakmi semua ya Bapak Ibu ya. Puji syukur kepada Tuhan, kita bertemu lagi di konferensi teknologi. Tepuk tangan lagi dong. Please terus bersama dengan kami untuk kita terus bisa bersinergi dan juga berkolaborasi ya Bapak Ibu. Untuk kita lebih jauh lagi mengenal mitra-mitra bisnis dari Lintas Teknologi Indonesia memaparkan mengenai Smart Society 5.0 ini. Langsung saja Bapak Ibu sekalian, untuk yang pertama dari tadi kan ngomongin tentang infrastruktur. Kita mulai dari yang pertama, dari yang paling basic, data center ya Bapak Ibu. Ini akan dibawakan oleh Nokia selaku salah satu perusahaan yang sudah sangat well established yang bergerak di bidang teknologi informasi dan komunikasi. So the next presentation, ladies and gentlemen, is about industry perspective on the urgent need for sustainable data centers in Indonesia digital economy, that will be delivered by the Optics Business Development Manager from Nokia. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bapak Manoj Gupta.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. This is Manoj Gupta, Business Development Manager for Optics, and I'm here to just present a sole topic on industry's perspective of urgent need for sustainable data centers in Indonesia, right, for digital economy. Okay, so title looks long, okay, but if I summarize that title in 2-3 words, the main topic, I'm talking about the sustainability. Sustainability itself is a big word, right? How the sustainability defined for the data centers, and these data centers can be utilized for the each and every one growth. The digital economy, I'm not saying the digital money, right? Digital economy means how government officials, government policy, government benefits can reach out to each and every one, right? Suppose there's one guy who is sitting at very rural area. If any government information and government benefits is need to reach about that guy, how it is possible, right? That everything is your fingertip that will give you boost up to contribute for the country. That's called digital economy, right? So every information to reach out to each and every one at very low cost and very sustainable way. That's what my perspective, right? So how that you can create. That's my agenda. Okay. So the question is, what driving the need for the data centers, right? So there are 3 points I have just considered. The first point is the evolution of digital transformation, right? The rate we are moving towards the data, the rates we are utilizing day by day is a tremendous growth, right? The second thing is that cloud. Cloud is another way, right? The cloud-based applications, multi-cloud-based things is definitely the era of the data centers. And third one is the ease of operation, right? When you have a lot of data centers, a lot of connectivity, a lot of big networks, how you can connect and how can operate, right? So that comes with the automation, right? So that's what, if you consider these 3 things together, that's definitely you are looking for data centers which have all kind of cloud activity, or otherwise the cloud which enable the data centers, right? So both statement vice versa is correct. Okay, I hope this is a problem. So that's why I said automation is more important, right? When you have a human interference, problem occurs, right? Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, right? So automation is a key to avoid the problems. or such kind of issues. Okay, so industry trends, right? If I see, right, let's talk about 5 to 10 years before, right? Let's talk about 2015, right? When 2015 was there, even the smartphone was not very popular. We have some limited kind of applications, but nobody was knowing the data centers name was not too big, right? Just, okay, data centers, a few people know what is the data centers, right? Now, but if you see after the COVID era, 2022, right? Who forced us to inside the house? Even we cannot go outside, even we wanted, right? And that give you the things, right? What is the data centers and how you can take access each and everything at sitting at home by using the mobile phone, right? So this is what you can see the growth, right? And from that onwards, we were talking about the 400G, 500G, 600G. No, now those are no more. Now we are talking about the 800G and onwards. Even if you see the growth, right? This is the data. If you see the 800G and more than that, the growth is just exponentially. And even if you see the data center increasing driven, is like huge. So even if you see the requirement of data centers, right? Data centers is not the only thing which you store the data and process it. No, it's now a different world. It's now a cloud-based application where you store and you access, right? Now simply everybody knows the cloud-based games, right? Everybody's playing the games. But how they playing the cloud-based, we don't know, right? But everything is based on this data centers things. That's what I just want to explore more. Okay? So next is, right? So I have taken one example. It is from Korea, South Korea, which is we are going to inbuild, right? So this is, if you see, this is the current data center environment they have right now, where they have one baby scaler data centers and they have an enterprise data centers. And those are enterprise data centers definitely cannot be big like baby scaler because of there are a lot of limitation, power, space, and other things. So small data centers, enterprise data centers are connected to big data centers and they are providing you the connectivity, okay? But connectivity is not only the things, right? You can see we have a successful network connectivity, right? Because whenever OTT comes, the time-sensitive information comes, right? And then just take one example. If suppose you are seeing the video, you are seeing one movie or something, right, on your mobile, Netflix or YouTube or somewhere. But suppose your audio just get delayed by 50 millisecond or 100 millisecond or something, right? Then you can see there is a difference of, right? That means the things are not time sensitive. So we need a data centers where you can manage every time sensitive app also. So what they are planning to do, if you see, they have created one small edge data centers, which is connected to your main data center even for enterprises, and which is like everywhere. Now, that's why I use the word sustainable, right? Now, if you create those many data centers, definitely it comes with some cost or some price, right? And that much investment, similar like baby scaler data center, is not possible, right? So we need to create some kind of, that name is called edge data centers. This is small red one. That means comes with a proper form factor that require very less power consumption, less space, that give you the benefits. Otherwise, it's not, right? So that's what we are trying to help you here, okay? So this is what concept we are now following. This is one of the case study for Seoul, Korea. I hope this will be followed for other country as well, especially for Indonesia. Okay, this is the leap kind forward innovation, right? I just want to take one example of mobile phone. Just take one example of mobile phone. Let's consider the mobile phone just 5, 6, 7 years before, right? Mobile phone, it was a mobile phone, right? Because there was no much application, nothing, right? And those mobile phone was based on application system based, right? And now when the mobile convert into a smartphone, because now they start to focus on platform focused thing rather than application. And the smartphone is not no more phone, right? It is a full of applications. So now if you use the call today also use the WhatsApp, right? WhatsApp application. some other application. That's what we are focusing on the cloud native era, right? It started from connectivity era, it's too old, I don't want to talk about. Then we followed the automation era, right? After the automation era, right, still we are following that culture, but it is almost like a saturation state, almost like saturation state. But if you want to go the customizable way, extensive way, and kind of easy to consume, the only option is like now cloud native era, which is going to be exponential growth. This is what we are expecting, okay? And if I ask one question, right, if we ask, say, one question, if you want to make one kind of network, extensive network, which you want to perform, very ease of operation, sustainability, then you want a customization, you need a system which is platform based, you will, then people ask, what do you want in such case? Then you will simply ask, you need a control, you need a performance, and you need a operationability, operation, right? And these all things comes when you have this cloud native era, right? So that's what, let's talk about more on cloud native. Okay, so one of the important thing in the data centers, right, which is pushing you towards cloud native, right? Architecture, right? So if I talk about this cloud native things, right? How you want to connect, right? How you want to process the data, right? How you want to utilize this cloud-based application, right? So even if you see the traffic pattern also, right? These are the studies, right? Traffic pattern shifting quickly and massively, right? Normal weekend traffic is just growth by 45%, 50%, those all things, right? Do you think is it possible without any cloud-based infrastructure, proper infrastructure? How you can utilize those kind of applications? How you can access those applications without cloud? Just think about it, right? As we come from the technical background. So it is not possible, right? So the only possibility we can see is the cloud architecture based, right? Because now data is tremendous. Previously, if I remember, when I was in college in 2010, 2011, I was doing my engineering, I used to secure the movies in pen drive and used to see in CD drive and used to see the movies over the weekend, right? But now, do you really think, can we store the movie in a pen drive or something? Right? No, right? Everybody has internet, everybody has access, and just see the movies wherever you want. So that's a change, right? And that change comes from the cloud, okay? Second, and these are the main guys who promoting this all things, YouTube, Facebook, Netflix, PlayStations. You can see the growth in that case, right, for cloud-enabled applications. Even these are some small example, but you can see other example as well, because we work day-to-day basis, and we can see how these things are work. Okay, and this is what I want to translate the small thing. The big data centers connected to small, connected to network, connected to point, and it connected to you, right? So this is the today data center point connection, what we are expecting to utilize in terms of proper communication to connect with your loved one, business, and globally. Okay, so we talk about the cloud, we talk about the cloud native era-based data centers, we talk about the problem. But when even we start to think, okay, let's do together this thing to make like data centers based on cloud-based and all those things, then infrastructures is the second thing we need to think about it, whether we have a proper space, we have a power consumption available, what about the total cost? Those are so many questions comes, right, when we start to go for a market, right? So that's the real challenge in this market, right? So challenge is enable data center network to scale the quickly massive and reliably to meet the demand for dynamic cloud, right? That means we need to create a data centers which is more kind of future type data centers, right? It's not like that we can create a data center and that is sufficient for 2 years. No, we need to create a data centers which is cloud-based, and top of it, how it can be survivable for a longer, right? So this is what we are here to help you, okay? So this is the case, right? So now we are moving towards the very high side. 800G coherent pluggable market, right? What is driving 800G? So whenever you move from higher data rate, I'll come to the next slide, your things, that means you are going in the right direction in terms of sustainability, in terms of green data centers and those all things, right? And if you see this study, this is the expectation for forecast for 800G to 130 gigabaud, 800G client. You can see here the growth is 2023 was almost like very less in that case, and is now in 2026 we are expecting a major boost, right? And this is what we want market cloud bifurcate into a different solution, right? So this is what we are here to help you. And how, so this is, we are talking about in terms of 800G and how I can provide you, how Nokia can help you in that case. Before that, just one more slide. How to get from 400 gig to 800 gig, right? So 400 gig moving from 800 gig or further is not possible without changing the data rate. It's definitely we need to move from low baud rate to high baud rate, because high baud rate give you the more performance-based things. And then definitely the chipset technology, 7 nanometer to move to 3 to 5 nanometer. This is kind of mandatory for higher baud rate. You cannot achieve the higher baud rate on the existing chipset, okay, like 7 nanometer or higher. So definitely you have to move to 3 to 5 nanometer chipset. And that HX chip size, because if you're talking about the space, then definitely the size has to be lower, okay, and power consumption, right? And when we go from the power consumption from the chipset from 7 to 3 to 5, or baud rate from low baud rate to high baud rate, definitely you are saving almost like 65% saving power consumption. But it depends on the service to service or network to network, application to application. But this is what I can say, but you have a tremendous saving in terms of all those things. Okay, so these are the, now we have a chipset, we have a technology, we have R&D, we have everything. Now where is the product? So here is the product. So now we are coming with PSE6 optics technology, which is 5 nanometer based chipset. It can give you up to 1.2 tera and 800G everywhere, and the 60% less power consumption. This is on the optics side. On the router side, it is FP5, 800G client ready, IP packet, and 75 power reduction, right? So this is already available. And with Nokia, we are starting delivery for in Q4 this year, okay? Now, question is, we have all technology, now we have a data centers. Now questions as a company, how we monetize our network. Because finally, at the end, we are talking about the money. Without money, there is nothing, right? So question is how we monetize our network. So monetization is not happened only by creating data centers or by creating just purchasing the technology. Monetize happens when you survive your network from end to end, right? Starting from rent, FTTH, and those all things, right? So I'm not going to talk about all those things because time is limited and other things also need to follow. I'm just going to focus on these things properly, which is related to our topic. One is the data centers. We are normally talking about the data centers since slide 1. Then I will talk about the network security soon, why it is important nowadays, and then network automation, right? Because if you combine these 2-3 things, you will have a proper end-to-end network, which is you are expecting in terms of monetization. Okay. So connectivity and cyber security, right? Because you have a data centers now, you have a connectivity, then the third question is how you can save your network from the cyber crime or threat, right? So connecting the world into the cloud era, right? Whenever you connecting the world cloud era, definitely your capacity is broader, faster. Everywhere you are just having the very high growth rate, those all things, right? You cannot stop that, right? We cannot stop because we have a threat in future, so I cannot modernize or I cannot growth my data center. It's not possible, right? Because demand is coming, you have to increase your capacity. But what we can do, we can secure your network from the cyber crime, because those are the unavoidable cyber threat. You cannot avoid those. This definitely present whenever we have a very famous sentence, right? Benefit always come with some non-benefits, right? So these are the non-benefit things, right? We don't want unwanted thing, right? But it always present. We cannot avoid them, okay? And so what Nokia is doing, Nokia is coming with a quantum safe cyber security. How we can help you here? So this slide will tell you, right? So Nokia quantum safe solution is based on data in flight protection and quantum safe cryptography. And this cryptography comes with two different solutions. One is symmetric keys and one is asymmetric keys. Symmetric keys means we use the same technology for encryption and decryption. And for asymmetric key, we use the key based on the mathematics, right? And the quantum safe things is not only on the electrical layer, we also do on the optical layer also, on the wavelength point of view, whether it's a terrestrial, SLT, IP, microwave, anything. So whatever the solution we are providing you right now is based on the quantum safe technology, which give you the proper security of your network in terms of cyber threat or any other kind of possible threat in your network. Okay, and next is, I just want to talk about the automation, right? Just one slide for automation. I also have a limited time, sorry. So automation, we cannot avoid the automation, right, today. Nobody, right? Just as I have given the example, right? If I want to move 1 millimeter from here, I cannot move. That accuracy I cannot maintain, right? But automation, possible, right? So that's what, in the today very complex network, if you want ease of operation, ease of connectivity, ease of troubleshooting each and everything, you require automation. And automation is not that you need automation as day one, right? Everything you require at the time of day one, no. Automation come at the step by step. And now, as I told, right, because now we are talking about the cloud thing, right? Cloud means more customization way. How you want to customize your network, what type of reports, what type of thing you want from automation, right? That's what automation I'm talking about, okay? So just this example like design, day one deployment, and the day two operation. So this is like a very high level example, right? But automation is much more bigger than this, right? Whatever we are doing, the automatic thing is all about the automation, right? And just one study what we have done for, this is the GigaOhm, right? This is the third party, right? They normally do the survey for IP thing. So this time Nokia has worked with them and just find it the way. You can see here definitely Cisco, these are the player of this IP. But if you see Nokia, based on the last few years, we are outperformer in this market. And we are doing very, very good in terms of technology, in terms of chipset, in terms of to connect your data centers with a very low cost, those all things, right? And if you want to read the report, is already available in internet, right? And let's see more on this GigaOhm, right? And this is the last one I just want to say, right? Just conclude my presentation, right? 3 pillars of value to sustainable data center, right? Business continuity is a non-avoidable thing. Nobody can stop this. Everybody will need to follow the business demand, whatever is there. Okay, operational agility and accelerated innovation, right? So this all those comes with a sustainability, right? Means how you can manage your network at very, very low kind of interference, right? And how you can connect each and every citizen of the country with data centers or network, right? This is more agenda nowadays for every country. Because nowadays everything is now digitalized. Everybody working on like mobile based things and other things. We are lazy to go forward physically. Everything we want via mobile or something, right? And that give you the stability when we talk about this business continuity, operational agility, and accelerated. When we follow these all things, definitely we are on the good safe to go ahead as a country, as a person, and as a business owner. Okay, thank you very much for listening for me. Thank you very much.